Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, Sebastian Envy, Strong Style Cinephile, and of course, one half the reigning defending MPX Tag Team Champions. And this is a day that I have celebrated. It has been a long time coming. I'm just giddy, absolutely giddy about it. The Flash. Goodbye Vibrations, I think the episode was called. Let's geek about it for a scant few minutes because there's not much to talk about. Cisco is gone out the door. Years too late, if you ask me. But it has finally happened. Carlos Valdez has moved on from The Flash. Cisco has moved on. Him and Camila are moving to Star City, of all places. And he's taking a job with Argus. Yay. Again, the villain of the episode, was Rainbow Raider 2.0. It's this chick who was making people feel good about themselves to help her create her crimes. And she apparently wanted to drop a whole bunch of money on the populace to help people out, basically. She's the Robin Hood. She wants to steal from the rich and give to the poor. She wants to just help people. She's got a good heart, a good soul underneath all her criminal activity that she was doing. You know, stealing a giant blimp that was done in terrible, like Warehouse 13 level, like CG. Outside of that, it was, which was wrapped up by Cisco and his mecha vibe. The mecha of God, I'm so glad we don't have Cisco. We don't have to hear mecha vibe again because it sounds so dumb and the costume is so stupid. Outside of that, you had Cisco and Camila telling everybody that they were leaving and just being, I guess they were bothered. Cisco, more than anybody else, was bothered by the fact that nobody seemed to be reacting. Nobody wanted to miss him, or nobody seemed like they were going to miss him and that sort of thing. Really, conversation later on with Flash, with Barry and Caitlin reveals that they're just barely holding it together, that they were trying to put on a brave face for him and Camila, so they don't, I guess, have any second thoughts about, you know, leaving and just starting this new chapter of their lives. And that was the gist of it. Everybody kind of comes around to the end. They have little gatherings. The Cisco, or the Central City Citizen ladies have their little get-together, and the guys have their get-together, and then they, you know, do some karaoke to end the episode. Yay. And apparently, Cecile is tracking down some dangerous individual, which we'll get into the next episode. There's going to be some mental powers, it's Mindscape type of stuff at stake, basically, so we don't have to use any effects budget. That's how those stories go. But all in all, like Cisco said, it's the end of an era, that sort of thing. And it shouldn't, like, this moment, like, I've done many videos like saying that how much I just don't like Cisco's presence there. It's not like I don't like the actor. The actor's fine. He's done well in what he's been asked to do. But at this point in time, Flash season, you know, the seasons that we're on now, how many years we've had Cisco on the show? What has he really added in the past couple years? He's just been spinning his wheels, and it's been boring. It's been formulaic, and that's the thing. We need to break the formula of the Arrowverse. The Arrowverse is not really the Arrowverse. I mean, it is the Arrowverse, but there's no Arrow. There's going to be no Supergirl. There's no Black Lightning. How many more seasons does Legends have? I mean, Legends is really kind of losing its luster, even in my eyes, and that's my favorite Arrowverse show. It has been for a number of years, but this season it's just, ugh. So things have to, we have to look at different things. We have to look at where the Arrowverse is going to go in the future, if it's even going to go anywhere. Maybe it just winds down with The Flash. The Flash, after all the other shows kind of go away, The Flash is the last one standing, and that closes the door on the Arrowverse. That could happen, regardless of how it goes. Like, these shows have a certain formula, and they get stuck in those formulas, and they should not be afraid to go left of center of those formulas. It's okay. That's what they need to do. That's what they needed to do with Cisco, get him off the show. He's been largely inconsistent, a lot of his stuff in recent years, where it's like he didn't want powers, and like he hemmed and hawed about that for a while. Then he didn't have any powers, but then he wanted powers. And this episode almost was like a hemming and hawing type of thing for Cisco, where it's like, I want to go. We're leaving. Nobody misses me. Oh, I don't know if I want to go. That, you know, it's just, oh God, it's just pick a direction and stick to it. So they've done that with him, and I'm just glad that he's just gone away off the show. That's just opens the door for Chester. You even saw in the show, Chester brings a different vibe, a different energy to the same role that Cisco does, and that's fine because Chester hasn't seen everything that Cisco does. Everything to Cisco is an old hat. Everything to Chester is new, so we're getting new sort of, we can get, I mean, still we're stuck in the same sort of formulaic Arrowverse type of show, and the construct of their team, where it's like straight out of like an MMORPG, where there's like the medic, the the tech person and like they have these defined like MMORPG type of roles, and Chester slides into Cisco's role, but it's still fresh eyes, a fresh voice in that role. So at least that's something that's different, So from that standpoint, it's something, But I mean, all in all, Cisco's gone. I'm happy. It should have happened years ago. A lot of people said they're just. You look on message boards and Twitter and other, Reddit and stuff like that. People are just panicking. Oh my God, this show sucks now. I'm gonna stop watching. Blah blah. Because Cisco, really, that's. Anyway, me personally, as I've said many times, I am glad Cisco is gone. He should have been gone years ago. We needed to just pare down the cast. We still need to, chop some more here and there. Caitlin could kick rocks as far as I'm concerned. She just doesn't have a purpose. She's gonna be like treading water now. But this was a good move, and it was good narratively, it was good for the actor, it was good for the character to just finally get him gone out of the way, and I could not be any more ecstatic about it, and that's it. Anyway, those are my thoughts on it, scattered as they often are. What do you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me, social media, talk to me there, talk to me here. We gotta talk Loki, which apparently drops on Wednesdays and not Fridays, so I gotta catch up with that, and of course, Superman and Lois. See what new cool stuff they're doing on that show, because it's a fantastic show. Anyways, till then, till the next episode of Flash, let us geek.